This is very surprising, I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, that's even more surprising. Oh, we gotta hit there. There we go. What are we catching? What do we got here? Crappie. Do I catch crappie everywhere I go? I'm not trying to. He's very big, but he's caught. Little fella. Well, that's pretty good though. I'm like second cast. Man, he tore that bait up on the first hit. Or that first fish did. Let me know. Let's try again. Oh, got a hit. Boom! Oh, I set the hook on you. That one's trying to fight. I don't keep any of these things. Didn't look to see. There's probably 6,512,000 of these little guys out there. There we go. Another one. Catching 3 fish has been worth $5.50. Goodness gracious. Pretty sure if I held you up to the sun, I could see through you. You guys need to be eating more. Oh well, I moved to a different pier, and pretty sure I'm still catching the same group of fish because this one almost broke my arm. I almost couldn't get him in. Well, York River State Park. It's a nice place. I mean, if you're coming up here to go bicycling or hiking or just to see the river, you got the river right next to the pond here. If that's what you're doing, a family outing, and you bring a small rod and reel combo of some kind with some small, and I'm talking like trout magnet size baits, even the 1/16 ounce jigs with the Charlie Brewers or something, you're going to enjoy catching, you know, crappie the size of a deck of cards. There's thousands of them in there. I caught some that were a little bigger than that, but all in all, they were pretty tiny. But it, you know, it's nice to get out and try something different and go somewhere and see what else is out there. So let's move on. I'm not sure this is the end of the day. I've been out since what, 8 o'clock this morning, and it's going on to noon. I'm hungry. So my my cereal, my bowl of cereal and my English muffin is just gone. It's deteriorated. It's out of here. It's history. It's big empty cave now, just sitting there going, I need more in here, you know, come on. Getting weak, shaky in the knees, looking bad, feeling bad. Okay, so I decided that I was going to ride over here to my review spot because I don't really feel like the pocket-sized crappie that I was catching at York River State Park were really doing those rods any justice. So I hopped on the old Honda Monkey and decided to come over here and see if we can hook into some bigger fish and really test the Ted Williams and the Abumatic 60 and see if we've got them things dialed in, because I'm pretty sure that the two baby geese over here getting out of the water, I was like, what's happening? Sounds like something's sinking. Anyway, I just didn't feel like those fish were doing any justice, but the two 100Bs were doing great. They were doing fine, other than a tangle or two. Anyway, and real quick, I thought I'd give you all a real fast look at how the Monkey is set up. This is my camera bin. I can keep all my stuff in that little bin right there. That's my little thing for my GoPro that holds everything. And of course, you know, the basket, got everything there for the tackle bag and the rods. And I turned on my USB charger and my GPS came on. We don't need that on. Okay, so GPS is off now. So anyway, GPS, I can turn that on. Then I have my little USB charging port right there, which I can plug my batteries right there. I can plug my batteries in for my camera and charge them on the Monkey while it's sitting there. And of course we have dual bags and rod holders. So anyway, I just thought you might think that's cool. And if you don't, fast forward past that part. Let's try to catch some fish. Some bigger fish. Ted Williams combo. Ted finally brings a fish in. I don't know if you can see him or not. Let me move back here. He ain't big, but he got it. Now that fish ain't big, but it did okay. It did good. I'm also finding out in order to cast this thing, you have to depend on the tip flip. You're not using the whole rod. You're using from about halfway up. That's about it. You know, we went from catching pocket crappie to pocket bass. Maybe I need to buy a pocket fisherman from Ronco. I have seen those in the store, but I've talked myself out of them every time I've seen one in an antique store. They weren't very good. I know, I had one. Well, I gotta say, I wasn't expecting that right off the bank. That fish hit about 10, 12 feet out. But now we get to see if what I did to this Abumatic 60, see if it'll cast after that. As soon as I get this guy to let go of my lure. Nice. Now, after I get it untangled off the tip, How far will it cast? That's the question. If it only casts about 15 feet, then we know we haven't fixed anything. Well, dang it all. Dang it all. Not necessarily all, but just dang it. That feels like a crappie. But it ain't. It's a little bass. He actually wasn't putting up much of a fight. Kind of like the crappies, you just kind of drag him in like a wet sack of cement. We barely had him hooked. Barb was the only thing holding in him. There we go. Man, there you go. That's what I wanted Ted to have. Come on. There. Yeah, man, I hope y'all can see that. Let me get the rod out of the way. That is exactly what I was wanting to try to put on Ted. Something that was going to be an acrobat. Give me some hurt. There we go. Put it on me. You ain't very big, but that's okay. Man, what a nice way to end the day, I'll be honest with you. He's not bad. He is not bad. He is not bad. Let me put this here before I put the hook in my hand. Way to go, Ted. Nice fish, not too bad. About 13 inches, 14 maybe. I'm stretching it a little bit, but Ted, I'm gonna get a picture with you. Let's send this to Andy. Get up there, fish. All right. Thank you very much. Great way to end it. Ted getting a hit. Getting a nice little bass. Goodbye, little fella. Oh, that was fun. Right along that bank over there. So let's have a quick talk about these two reels right here. First off, let's look at this Ted. Let's look over here. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me all right. The 340 combo, which is really a Shakespeare 1766. This thing is just classy, and so far at least two of the three Ted Williams reels that I have seen have been extremely classy reels, really nice. But this rod, I think, actually overdoes, it oversteps the reel itself. I mean, this is just, it's wood, the triple crown thing going on there, this mechanism for releasing the reel from the foot, or the foot from the rod, just amazing. Then of course on the bottom, you can't see it now, but the rubber foot with the Ted Williams imprinted in it, and then you get up in here and look at the Ted Williams stuff there. Just an incredibly cool combo. Now, using it, there's a learning curve. You've got to know how to bend that tip. You've got to be able to launch it, because it is, compared to modern rods, it's flimsy. Now, it's not as flimsy as some I've dealt with, but you've got to learn. You have to figure it out, and you have to be able to hold on. You've got to be able to hold on to that handle one-handed. There is no two-handing that. So, but these were not designed to be launched 85 to 100 feet. That's just not what they were for. For what we were doing out here, it's great. Catching those little crappie this morning would have been fun if I'd have caught one on it, but we hooked two anyway. Now, let's go over here to Mr. Abumatic 60. Mr. Abumatic 60 pretty much worked flawlessly today. I hand wound the line on the spool. Got it as even as I could get it, because obviously this does not have the level wind feature like the 170 does. But the gearing in this thing, chatter free, and smooth as glass. I mean, you would think this was a, I don't know, in between 4 and 6 bearing reel, and it's not. Just classy, man. I just got 2 classy combos out here today. They're just absolutely, at least classy, one classy reel and one classy combo. And they were an absolute blast to use today. I had a really good time using these things. It was nice that we got out to York River State Park and seen what there is to see there. I caught nothing but crappie and didn't see a bluegill, a bass, nothing. Not under the decks, under the piers, under nothing. They're just crappie. And it's a grassy lake, so you can't let it fall too far, but the small crappie were just everywhere. And I mean, they were out deep, they were in shallow, they were just everywhere. So it tells me that there's nothing really feeding on them in there, because some of them size-wise, I was catching the tiny ones out deep, and it's kind of odd. You don't have anything in there big enough to be eating those guys. So I think at some point they may have to get some people in there and start letting them take some of those fish home if they don't, because they're just going to get overrun, way overrun. But hey, it gives the kids fish to catch. That's what it's really all about. But anyway, York River State Park, you get the chance. Nice trails, nice open areas, fields, the water, the river on one side, York River on one side, and then the pond on the other. Really nice place. If you ever, get around to Virginia and you want to take a look at that place, it's $5 to get in, and then you just do whatever you want. Anyway, I'm gonna hop back on the old monkey and go home and make a sandwich or something. We've been gone since 8 o'clock this morning, and it is now almost 4:30. Been gone for a long while. So anyway, we're going to head back to the house, hop on the monkey, and thank you guys for watching. I totally appreciate each and every one of you. And also, don't forget the 2 100 Bs that we used earlier. Have to thank Dan for the bodies to those reels, because otherwise they'd have had broken feet. I'd have had to shoot them. Anyway, they worked really well. We had 1 tangle that we had to undo, and that was pretty much it after that. So they worked out really well. So I've got 2 more 100 Bs to add to the collection. You can never have enough bees, because without bees we wouldn't have honey, and without honey they would just go around stinging people, and then they'd be useless. Then they'd be mosquitoes that are really colorful. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next one, whatever the next one may be. Come on, little monkey, let's go home.